Yeah.
Tweaking, 120 on the M-way speeding, LV hat, backpack and sneakers. Any girl that I'm with is a 10, 9, 8.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the Disruption Podcast. Good night, good morning, wherever you are. Who knows when you're listening, what's happening right now. It's your host, Jollof Rice, a.k.a. Noor.
It's
Who else?
Easy.
A whole word.
Hi.
Mars Bar.
Mars Bar, that's the
You got
one.
Chief All Sergeant in the building. What's happening?
Wow.
What's happening?
Okay.
You got Prince Carlos.
All right.
How y'all feeling?
Damn, get off Facebook.
Carlos, all right. Listen, yeah, when the camera's rolling, we jump straight into it, please. All right, Mike?
Mate, I am on it, mate. What are you saying, fam?
Oh, man. Now, what's happening, y'all?
Nah, chilling in
Hey,
there,
shout
bro.
out to Lagos Apparel.
Oh, you just wanted to jump
Yeah,
in?
why
You
not?
just wanted
This
to-
episode is brought to you by us wearing Lagos Apparel.
Yeah,
Got
nah,
some
for real.
awesome tops from them.
Yo, all right.
them out.
All right, ready? Okay. Because usually, you know, when people do stuff like this, you make it sound like it's the best quality top you've ever worn in your life, yeah? But come on, no cap.
This is actually
It's up there.
It's actually up there,
it's
man.
beautiful quality.
It's
beautiful
up there.
quality.
It is.
Nah,
it
hey,
is.
shout out to the
stuff.
crew at Lagos Apparel Co.
What's the
shout
website?
out to my, I think it's just LagosApparelCo.com, I hope.
All right. Hit up the website.
Hit
Grab
up the
yourself a
website.
t-shirt.
Yeah, but now jump on IG, you'll be able to
Represent
find it there.
Nigeria.
Yes,
Yeah.
shout
Niger
out to my
boys.
people, man. Hey, where's the jollof? There's jollof here
Eagles.
present. Super Eagles. Hey,
Jollof.
Carlos, hold up the jollof, man. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
What are you
That's
saying?
that's
What are you
what's
saying,
up,
fam?
man. But nah, yeah. shout out to y'all, man. Thank you for the love. I would
So
definitely,
comfortable, so good, affordable, everything, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Get on in there.
That's true.
Look at this salesman. All right, let's jump into it, man.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. What's on the table today, guys?
Jollof rice.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
so dry, bro.
Dang.
No, but that is
Please stop. This is your chance to back out of that joke.
okay. Yeah, hey, I'm backing out. I'm backing out.
Leave it now. Man.
Nah, okay, cool. I'll back out.
Hey, man, I don't have my phone on me, but yeah, what
right.
was on the table, man? Because I can't see it. Do you want me to open?
Ooh,
right.
before we start, guys.
Yes.
If you've been listening to our past episodes, we were talking about cars. And I was mentioning that, I was having car problems. And can I tell you guys, God is so good.
What happened?
God
What
is
happened?
so
What happened?
good, guys.
Give us the news. Give us the news.
So Mr. Chief over here works with this lovely
You ain't got to
man.
give all the deets. You know
No,
what I
but
mean?
I'm just saying, this is how God works. So Daniel works with this lovely man who is what was he doing? He left.
Yeah, he's
So
on his way to.
he moved
Western
interstate.
Australia.
So he moved
Deported.
interstate, right? And so no, he didn't get deported. But since he was flying out, he has a car, and he's like he doesn't know what to do with it. So I think was he talking to someone else
Yeah.
if they wanted to buy it, and then Daniel stepped in
As a joke.
or as a joke apparently, and said, my girlfriend kind of needs a car, and so the guy gave it to me, guys. So I have a
You
new
did.
car,
Yup.
just like
Wow.
that.
She's
I
out here with
know.
that forward.
Drop a bomb for Daniel.
Yeah.
Wait, why Daniel?
Yeah, hey.
But yeah, no. So no more car problems.
That's
As far as
crazy.
I know,
That's
guys.
amazing.
That's
As far as
actually
I know.
wild.
So how's it
Yeah.
feel to do
30
80 kilometers an hour?
It feels amazing. I still I'm still getting
Fam.
used
You've
to
been
it.
honking at anyone?
Not yet.
Damn slow
But I will.
drivers.
Yo, nah, the car is actually kind
I
of
will.
nice. Nah,
Yeah.
look, this is
Nah,
also when
it's
I
good.
realized this is actually a heavy, humbling moment, guys. Because my car being copping L. How am I just going to get a beautiful ass
Honestly,
four-wheel drive out of
Honestly.
nowhere like that? Sunroof, leather seats? Damn.
Damn,
leather
up
seats,
to
guys,
you.
sunroof, and the heater works. Like the heater
oh.
wasn't working.
What?
My
Happy
old
wife,
car.
happy life.
I
So
mean,
yeah, that's what's been happening. I'm
hey.
very,
we're happy for you over here at the
I'm
Disruption
grateful,
Podcast.
so-
Yeah, we're happy for you
Thanks,
for not
guys.
holding up traffic.
Yeah,
Whoa,
man,
whoa,
honestly.
whoa.
bro.
Whoa, hey guys, come on.
Traffic's already bad enough.
She got a
Low-key,
new.
traffic's been easing up this week. Mama's been off the road.
Whatever.
What did you do with the other car? I butchered that question.
Just,
Is this
Yeah,
chill?
say,
chilling at
wait,
home.
let's give Noah a second chance.
All the words came out.
Let's
at
give him a
once.
second chance.
What did you do with the other car?
the other car's currently chilling at home. So if anyone wants to take it off my hands, feel free.
I don't think.
I'll give
Nah,
it
nah,
to
nah.
you
I've
for
already tried to do that one time without asking.
Oh.
Oi, they wanted to steal it. They're like, you look, it's not worth it. Right? The plates, though.
They tried to drive it away, and they heard the police come. They're like, it's quicker to run.
You guys are so rude. No,
This
but
the car. This the
chilling at
car.
home.
Leave it,
okay?
leave it. Damn.
But yeah. Yeah.
You guys are too
Yeah,
much.
no.
That's my
Congratulations,
update.
man.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Let's jump straight
Happy
into
for
it,
you.
man.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Let's get to it, man.
I don't know. I don't want to ask the first one. There's a lot. There's a lot.
You know, we'll start with some light.
All right.
Some a little funny.
Okay.
Speaking of relationships,
I know, yeah. Do you guys want to learn about God or Joe? No, okay.
Whoa.
Come on, TD Jakes, let's hear it.
Whoa. Slow it down, bro. Yeah. Hey, so you're talking to someone, yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
TD
Like
cakes.
you got, hey,
cakes.
listen. You guys are still in the early stages of talking and that, yeah? Hey, don't touch me.
Guys, let him say what he wants to say.
You hear what North said, and we don't want to hear it.
I heard it, but sometimes
Carlos' nickname from now on.
Bro, hey, I'll take it. I don't care.
All right, good.
Yeah? So you're talking to someone, yeah? You guys ain't together, but you guys are talking and that, yeah? And then she says something like,
Like, Carl's been holding this
bro,
one.
shut up, bro. She was like, out of all my previous exes, you're the least attractive,
Ouch.
but overall, you're the best.
In terms
So-
of?
Like overall, you're actually on top, but in terms of looks, you're the least attractive. So how do you feel about that?
I'll be highly disrespected.
Would you?
Would you like-
Nah,
like-
hurtful. That's hurtful, bro.
No.
You don't even need to tell me.
That's what I'm saying. Are you hurtful? Are you hurt? Or are you actually hurt?
You just told me I'm not.
But that would mean
Ugh.
that you should know that you're not attractive then.
Okay,
do you
no.
Wouldn't you know?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm not as attractive. Then you'd see her exes.
It
and you're
also
like,
it depends, right? If she has like one ex,
Yeah.
right, and she's like, out of everyone I've dated, 2 people, you're the less attractive one. 50-50
enough.
Okay,
chance.
look, she
But if
dated.
she's dated like 20 people,
Damn.
right,
Lifetime.
and now you're the least attractive one,
Yeah.
that's a lot of people to be less attractive then.
All right.
I
guess so.
She dated 2 people. Because sorry, it sounds bad. She dated 2 people and saw 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
know, still.
so like out of 5,
That hurts.
you're the least attractive.
Yeah, nah,
If we're
pass.
dating, we're trying to live together forever.
I'm
No,
gonna
look,
constantly
no,
know.
You have to
hey,
always
no,
look at
no,
me.
no.
You're always gonna think,
Guys,
"Dang."
you get it twisted.
but she
bro.
doesn't
No,
mean
no.
that you're ugly.
Ugly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
She's saying that you're
She's
just
saying
less
that if I was
I
to
think
tell
she doesn't need to say it.
Yeah.
No,
Like, what's the
but she
actual
said
point
it,
of
but she
saying
said
that?
it, but she
Child
said it.
masculinity.
It's not even.
Look, she finds you attractive, but she was like, damn, compared to my ex, you're the least
There's
attractive.
no need.
You know?
It's a new relationship.
But in
Louder.
terms of personality and you're funny and that, I'll put you on top. So
And
overall, everything else lifts you up.
And that like overrides looks, I reckon, personality. If someone says you have an amazing personality compared to looks,
Nah,
shouldn't
that's
you just
like
take
saying
it
the
and be
car's
happy?
clean when it's just a like trash car. Oh no, it's a clean car.
Hey, Ma, would you feel hurt?
Dang, your
hey,
car is clean.
Ma, would you feel hurt?
Yeah, speak your truth.
I
Come on
think,
Yeah,
I
like,
think, I
to
think
be
girls
honest, I
will
would
feel more
be,
hurt about this.
But I'm not gonna hold on to it.
Oh,
You know, if
I
you
mean-
say I have a good personality, I make you laugh, then
Well, that's not happening.
Because I'm thinking if guys will get hurt over this
Yeah.
more than females.
Nah, I definitely would get
or,
I would get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I'd be a little hurt. Yeah.
It's not deep, but I know I'm not like finding them. I could be Jordan or something. There's definitely, obviously, I mean, maybe I am. I know there's definitely people that are more attractive than you in life. But you ain't need to tell me that a local dude from across the road. You know, like
Yeah,
okay,
that's true. Because like when they talk about celebrities, I was like, whatever. Yeah, of course. Michael
But then
Jordan's
when you
more
start talking
attractive.
local,
It's like, I know that person.
It's like I have him on IG because I'm gonna bump into him at this, this link up later. Like, yeah, that
Nah,
hurts.
I have to dislike him for
Yeah,
no reason.
honest. I'm unfollowing him. I'm unfollowing him, bro.
the guy trying to shake your hand. Bro, go away,
Get out of
man.
here, bro. What, you want to steal my girl too?
Wait, what?
Can't do that. Can't do
oh
that.
my god.
All right.
All right.
Start us off with the one of the
All
things
right.
about.
Well, on the topic of the relationships and stuff like that, one of the why'd I do that? One of the interesting questions I had during the week was, can you be in a relationship with someone of a different faith to you?
No.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me as well.
Because I know there's a wave of people that are like, yeah, it's opened your eyes, like you get to see things from a different angle.
You can
It's
do that.
you guys can figure out which one is more applicable to your life later on. And, yeah, but go. Open. The floor's open, man.
I mean, I wouldn't date someone outside my faith, but I would like to know the different things that's outside there, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to be attracted to your faith the whole time without knowing what's really out there. You have to also be open-minded, be willing to learn what's out there as well. So it's like, but in terms of getting a relationship and like being serious, you want someone on the same boat as you.
Just to like clear up, are both people like very religious? Like practice and everything.
Practicing.
Okay.
That's tough.
So
because look,
you cleared up and
no, I'm just thinking like my parents did it for like over 20 years. So that's why I'm just saying like some people can do it. I wouldn't.
Because this is what
but
it
I
is.
can see how people can.
Because like I don't want to pray, and then after that my girl can't join me in my prayer session. You feel? Or I see her praying over there, and it's like I can't join her. You know, it's like I walk past and I just go sit down, and while she's doing her thing, it doesn't make sense. It's like we live in the same household. How can you watch me read my Bible or pray, and then after that you over here reading your own stuff and praying your own way? It doesn't feel like we're connected.
I think if fundamentally you believe different things about life in general, like forget even outside of faith, right? Like if you have fundamental beliefs that are different, it's not going to work. It's if you identify yourselves with those beliefs, right? So for example, I always use this example when I talk to like younger people that ask the same question all the time, right?
Yeah, it was actually a young person that like brought this.
Yeah, like
topic
it's normally a 15, 16-year-old question, yeah?
Yeah.
And I always go like, for me, I could never date a vegan that is a vegan for animal rights reasons, right? Because I don't see animals that way, right? Like I don't think animals are equal to me in terms of life, right? I don't think me and a chicken have the same value. I don't think a chicken and a dog have the same value. I just don't see it that way, right? Like that's just how it is. But like I'm not knocking a vegan that has those. I mean, you know, but like, but what I'm saying is like, imagine I'm gonna sit down and have my meal. All right, some nice jollof with some, I don't know,
some nice
turkey with it or something.
Yeah,
and then she's like, oh, "Why are you eating that every time?" And then it's like, or if she goes passive aggressive because of it or something, right? Like you don't need all that, like. That's being, I don't know what the Bible says, unequally yoked, but in a different sense as well, right? Like, obviously, when it talks about that, it means faith, right? And even within faith, it's like there's some stuff where it's like, I'm a Christian, you're a Christian, but we actually might not be equally yoked, right?
I remember that because even in high school, one of my friends, he's apostolic Christian or apostolic Christian, and like they don't eat like pork and stuff. And for a hot minute, I was like, hold on, wait, what? Like, because I'm just like, I just see myself as just a Christian. I just live,
whatever in that,
right? So I was shook for a long time about like, what is this? Then it got to a point where I remember I read the verse where it was like, don't let your eating meat be a stumbling block to your brother, kind of thing. It's like as long as they got their core belief, you do you in your different ways, kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? That's the one, bro. I think is that but there are some differences still, even in faith and stuff like that. So it's like, damn, that would be even tough in that regard.
So just to add on that, like to go even deeper in terms of why we don't get involved with someone from different faith is that I feel like you will not be spiritually connected.
For each other or
to each other. Like you be connected to your faith, but I feel like when you're becoming one, yes, physically becoming one, but also spiritually you have to become one. But I think it is the faith aspect that allows you to spiritually become one. So how can you say that you're becoming one with your partner when your faith lies differently? Where is the spiritual aspect that you're talking about?
Yeah.
One of the things I even realized is like you actually can't build with them because
that's the thing.
Like your building blocks are different. Everything? Like
exactly,
you have completely different blocks to build with. Like, damn, who?
Marwa again, huh?
That's not me.
It's me.
No, it's
none of us. No, it's Carlos, man.
All right, Carlos, fix your camera.
Didn't I say put your phone on do not disturb, bro?
All right. But
it has to be.
Oh, is it?
Bro, yours is frozen. All right, but
Mine's on do
anyways,
not
yeah.
disturb.
Well, clearly it's not.
It's on do not disturb.
what were we saying?
Yes, I said you have different building blocks. So like,
like let's say at the very core, I'd say the majority of believers go into a marriage not thinking divorce is ever an option, right?
Yeah.
A lot of other people don't view marriage the same way. They're like, it is a thing we're doing now. Hopefully it stays forever. It might not, and that's fine, right? And that's how they see it. Like in their eyes, it's like, that's fine if it doesn't last forever. Now, imagine you have that straight away. Like, I'm like, no, divorce is not an option for me and for my partner. They're like, well, divorce could be a thing in the future, depending on how I feel, all that kind of stuff, right? Like, that's crazy. Like, that already, it's like, that's such a disparity between us.
Yeah, 100%. And that,
I used a big word.
It's disparity.
I am very
Word of
proud
the
of
day.
you.
Keep going.
So this is what it is at the same time, yeah? Because I say if your partner if they can't challenge you mentally, physically, spiritually, that's not the one for
That's
you,
his favorite line, bro.
Nah, listen, I'm listening to this, yeah? Deeper,
Shit, though,
deeper,
yeah.
yeah?
Deeper.
So it's like, okay, my partner is challenging me mentally. Okay, cool. Physically, yes, but the spiritual part is missing, right? So in order for it to full develop and full like growth within each other, and that they need to tick all of these three. And again, spiritually is a really important part. I probably prefer my partner to challenge me spiritually rather than physically, because I could probably do that myself in that, yeah? Mentally, it's like you might need someone to challenge you mentally. So, okay, cool. So they need to tick all those boxes in order for growth to happen. So it's like if one of those aspects are missing, then they're not the right person for you. You feel? So if I'm with someone and they're not challenging me mentally, you're not the one for me. If you're not challenging me spiritually, then you're not the one for me. Physically, that one I can probably work with. Only one I can work with.
Yeah.
I saw something today, actually. I don't know if you guys listened to T.I.'s podcast. He had Nick Cannon. I haven't listened to it. I just saw the...
Man, did I send you that link?
Did you?
Yeah.
I saw the
Yeah, you
thing.
did, you did.
The thumbnail
Where he's saying
title.
he'd never get married again.
Yeah.
I saw that thumbnail.
What's up with, like... What do you guys think? Or where does this stem from? This, like... Not
Idea of
Yeah,
I'm
idea
not
of-
for marriage.
not for marriage, or like... Because there was probably there was a point where marriage was something that everyone kind of like looked into, like I will enter, I
Yeah.
will get married one day. Like
Yeah.
it was usually on the list of majority of people in terms of life goals
plan,
and stuff like
yeah.
that, life plan. 2 questions. Is it something that is for everyone? And secondly, I guess, we'll start with that really, actually. Like, should it be something that is for everyone?
I think it's hard because I'm going to approach it from like a Christian perspective, obviously, right? Where I think for too long we made it a shame if someone doesn't get married, right? Which isn't the truth either, because the Bible even talks about singleness being a gift, right? So it's like for some people, you might be single your whole life, and that's what God's graced you with, because you can be way more effective without a family, right?
Damn.
Just be real, right? Like I literally heard a pastor say this the other day. It's like, if I didn't have a wife and kids right now, I could travel so much more,
Yeah.
preach so many more
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
He's like, I love my wife and kids. I feel called to be a father.
Yeah.
But the reality is, if I didn't have them, I don't have to think about them, right? But, and then it's like some people get married, whatever. It's like either way is cool. But then what I struggle with things like Nick Cannon and a lot of people, I've heard this so much where people are like, oh, marriage isn't for me. Marriage isn't for me. What's his name? Shamik Moore was saying that as well. And it's like, again, it's hard because I don't think either of these guys are Christians, but it's like marriage isn't for you, but neither is remaining celibate, apparently, right? Because you want to smash everything that walks by still, right? So it's like you just want to do this without commitment, right?
Yeah,
So you really just have commitment issues.
yeah, when you boil it down.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's all it is. You just don't want to lock it down with
Is that
one
what people are
person.
But
scared?
commitment issues
Because
is the number one
I
thing.
saw
though.
a clip of the T.I. thing, and he was saying like, "Oh, like I married Mariah Carey because that's Mariah Carey." He's like, even before that, marriage wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that, but
But
it's
it's like,
Mariah
bro,
Carey. How you gonna, like
That's wild.
That's just
That's wild to say. That's the clip I saw as well.
Probably
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he's just saying that because
You're hurt.
it went to shit.
and now you have
like it went
commitment
bad,
issues.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's wild, man.
I
think-
think.
No,
Oh, you
go.
cannot go.
No, I think he was also saying that like
you
he
watched it?
can't. I saw it on the reel.
Sweet.
They spoke about it on the
Whatever.
reel. Where he was saying that he doesn't see himself, settling down with just one person. Like he'll need multiple partners now. Like he doesn't want the whole marriage thing as well as just one person in his life. Like he doesn't think he can do that anymore. I feel like most people always say that, after the divorce, obviously, they go through the process and it's like, okay, I was with this person for so long, I gave them my everything, I thought the love was real, and then it went bad. So then they turn to like, oh, why would I get married again? Why would I do it all over again when I thought this was the real thing? Like, can you imagine though, like putting yourself in that situation? Like you got married, for many, many years. You thought like this was it. When you're in like a marriage, you think this is it. Like this is perfect. This is the person for me. You don't think it's going to go wrong. And then when it does go wrong and then you're having to start all over again, it's kind of like, oh, like,
I wanna go through
yeah,
that.
how do I know this one's going to be legit when I thought the other one was going to be? So like, I get when people say like they don't want to get married again and stuff, but yeah,
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
Like, I get what you're saying. It's like it's actually more from a hurt
Yeah,
than
yeah,
anything
yeah.
else.
I think what it is at the same time is like if you're living this mediocre life here, like marriage could be on top of your list because it's honestly though, you know.
Yeah.
But then I
What
think
is he saying? Like, what if you're just living a regular?
I think that as if you're actually living like a day-to-day life, whatever, you know,
It's like
just the
marriage
regular.
tops it.
You're not doing. You're getting good money. You're comfortable.
It's like, how do I
right?
up it?
But then it's like obviously, if in that situation, marriage is like top 2 on your list. You know, I want to have kids. I want to settle down. I want a partner. Blah blah blah. Yeah. But I feel like now, if you're living a life that's above that comfortability, now it's like your idea of marriage kind of changes. You feel, because I think right now we're thinking of when we're saying, "Oh, it's marriage for everyone." We're thinking on this level. Yeah, we have to try to think on their level as well, because it's almost like they've got everything. Yes, money's there, but at the same time they have impact.
Yeah.
You feel they're doing crazy things, so it's almost like marriage is not my top 2 anymore.
Almost feels
you
like
feel?
slow it down.
It's like my top 2 is going around and having more impact and bringing up people and doing this, because if you know Nick Cannon's story, Nick Cannon, his schedule, because I was watching his stuff as well.
It's crazy.
The guy that wakes up at 4 a.m. and now he's got a radio show too.
Yeah.
So he gets up at 4 a.m. He's got a radio show. He's a host of multiple stuff and does all this stuff. So even when you look at someone's schedule like that,
How
yeah,
do you feel?
it's almost like
Yeah.
how do
could
you actually
show them love?
So it's like how can you actually fit someone that you love? And then and right now he's got kids already, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like you want to have more kids, and now you have to give time up to someone else. And when you do that, that means okay, cool. You have to cancel out his radio show, for example. While the now might not be, which is one of his shows, while the now might not be there anymore, or so on. But the thing is, when he watches stuff, he enjoys doing this stuff. He enjoys bringing people up. He enjoys taking on challenges and so on. So it's almost like settling down and giving my all to someone. It's not a priority right now.
Yeah. Okay, but would you say then it's a bit? And obviously not knocking Nick Cannon because there's a million people in the same situation. Don't you think it's a little selfish then to have kids?
Little selfish to what?
To have kids, if you're gonna if you know you don't want to stop hustling for anything because you love the grind, you love being busy, all that kind of stuff. Because all right, fair enough, a marriage wouldn't work out and stuff, but it's like those kids. It's like regardless what happens to your marriage, you're their dad.
Yeah. I mean, by the looks of it, I don't know about the looks of it. It looks like
he's involved. Yeah.
It looks like he gets a lot of attention. But then I think, obviously, kids, it looks like his top priority. Family looks like his top priority, yeah. But I think now adding someone that you love and giving them the time, that's a different story, though. Because we're not talking about kids, we're talking about love and so on. It's almost like, I got kids, I'll teach them, blah, blah, blah. But then in terms of me settling down with someone, I'm not really thinking about that right now because I enjoy doing the impact. I enjoy doing this and doing that and doing that.
Also, I think when you're saying it in that way as well, it's like if you're getting love from your kids even, and you have that kind of emotional connection with someone, which is your own children.
It's almost like I don't need it.
It's
I don't need it. It's taken.
At the point, right now, it's like you're pretty much filled with how much love and joy really you do need in your life. If it's from that situation, but someone who's never had any of that is when it starts to be you either have to really only love the grind at that point in time.
So I feel like there's always that one person that will come along and change his mind.
Yeah.
It'll happen. It will.
Are we
That's
pushing the idea of there's someone for someone can sweep everybody off their feet kind of thing? Because now we're saying that everyone is meant to be in a
soulmate thing. I don't believe in soulmates.
Yeah.
But it's I think there's someone that you genuinely find interesting and you find that they're worth going through bad moments with.
Again, I think
I like that.
I agree with that, but I think when you're on that level,
it would be hard to find them. You're so busy.
It's hard to be like, oh snap, this person is.
It would be hard to find, for people like Nick Cannon or anyone that famous, to find someone that is genuinely into you as well.
Yeah,
because that guy's crazy rich.
Yeah.
Crazy. Think about it. He gets the national gigs, America's Got Talent and stuff.
He's been having that.
He's got
years and years,
big money.
Oh snap!
And that's what I'm saying though. When you are on a level like that, you think differently about things. Obviously, I think maybe all these people growing up, they say, yes, I want to get married, yes, blah, blah, blah. But then after that, you get to a point where it's like, you're getting everything that you want so quick.
Yeah.
So then now it's like, marriages from top 2 to like 7th on the list, and the next year, it's not even in the top 10. You know, because now I'm telling you, it's gonna be this show first, and then kids first, and then this show, and then this, and then this, and then that. You know, so that's why they can just go around doing whatever it is that they do with other females or whatever. Because it's like there's no commitment. I don't care. But the thing is, by settling down, for me.
Wait, mental blank. Is Oprah married?
Nah, she's been in a relationship with this guy called Stedman for like 30 years. Something.
This guy called Stedman. Why you gotta say it like that?
Because who else is called Stedman? But like,
yeah.
I think he's proposed to her. She just doesn't want to get married or something like that.
Kids as well.
Ooh, that would
yeah.
hurt. That would hurt.
So yeah,
But
Oprah's one of those people. Like
she has a
doing
reason
a lot.
of some sort. I know she was like sexually assaulted as a kid and stuff like that, and I think that has played a major role in.
Yeah.
I think I don't want to speak on it.
Because she's very, very successful. Clearly,
Oprah, yeah, she is.
she's like kind of pretty old now as well. Like,
She's not young.
yeah, I'm gonna say it like that. She's not young now anymore. Like at that point,
Yeah,
you almost don't. But then if it's been a partner for the whole time, it's like why not at the same time?
that's the thing that I struggle with as well. I'm like,
When someone's been together for so long,
Yeah,
almost like a
like-
Diddy and Cassie.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, the guy dead has had to think about it. Damn, did I get
Diddy
that
and
right?
Cassie's different as well though, because it's like, I mean, what Diddy's like 50 now.
49, yeah.
But Diddy's not even in terms of. But Diddy's also one of
It's
those
not that
where it's
different, though.
like
Cassie's super young.
Yeah,
But
she is.
Oprah and Stedman, they're both like
oh,
older. Yeah.
Mm.
This guy knows how to say. Wait, we can't say old like that. It sounds so mean.
nah,
Right?
no, don't mean
Older.
like old. Anyway, what would you guys get married to someone that doesn't want kids?
Now, that's the other thing I was gonna say with the faith thing. Raising kids is a mess.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Like especially if you're both serious about what you believe,
And
and then it's like one parent's like, well, they can't go to
Okay, what
youth
about
group,
this?
or, well,
Can
they can't go
you-
to the mosque. Well, they
Yeah.
can't, you know what I mean?
Can
Go
you
to
not-
church.
expose them to both.
Not for me, man.
That's conflicting, man.
That's conflicting. That's messy because then they're gonna
Then
grow
they'll
up
just
with
end up
terrible
atheists.
theology. I know kids like that. I know kids that sit there talking about like good fortune in Christian youth group because one of their parents is like Buddhist or Hindu or whatever, right? And so it's like, you know what I mean? It's like they just get really confused with theology,
It's not spiritual.
right? And then
sound.
and then there's like the same thing with like the kids that one parent's an atheist and then one parent's a Muslim and all that. It's like it takes a lot of unlearning at once they're an adult, and then it's like, I don't know, man. I don't want to. I don't
Okay.
want to ever put a kid through that.
That's true. Okay, what about this year? Do you guys think?
You shouldn't raise them in anything.
Nah, not that. Do you guys think? Hold on. I'm trying to see how I can reword this. Yeah. Do you guys think, to an extent, you should expose your kid to like different religion, so then they see
I was gonna say
Which
something
one?
like this actually.
fits? Okay, because example for me, I grew up in a
I
Christian
literally
home.
was thinking about
Yeah?
this today. Yeah.
It's crazy, yeah. I grew up in a Christian home. My parents put it upon me, right? So since I was a kid, all the way through, also went to a Catholic school, primary school, taught us about Jesus and this, and then after that, because obviously when you're a kid, you're also naive, right? When you're being taught something, you tend to believe it. You're still a kid. You still don't know what's right or what's wrong, right? You go to high school, they still bring all this stuff upon you. I didn't even know there was different religions until year what, you know? And
Damn,
that
Carlos.
yeah.
Stupid ass kid, bro.
Bro, in
Speak for yourself.
no, in primary school they didn't teach us this stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And then but in primary school is when you're beginning to be attached to something, right? I think it was year 7 where it's like, okay, they teach you, they bring it right there, but they don't really focus on it. You know, we had mass, we had chapel, we had this, we had that, right? So what I'm saying is that to the point where I could choose my religion or whatever, choose my faith, I was already heavily invested in my faith, which is the Christian faith, yeah? So what I'm asking y'all or trying to get your opinion on is like, should kids, I don't want to say kids because at the same time, you don't want
Your
to,
children.
but children, you know what I mean, yeah? Should they kind of be exposed to what's out there? So then it's like they see what it is that they feel more connected to. Just because you feel connected to something doesn't mean that they will feel connected to that thing. Because you feel connected to something based on your experience. Does that make sense? And let's say they still haven't experienced that yet, but what you do is you provide them with the opportunity for what you've seen. You feel
I
because
think that's the thing. If you've grown up in a certain faith, right, and then it's now not just a religious, it's actually like a
relationship.
This is experiential at this point. It's like this has made an impact in your life that you can actually quantify, like you can actually explain and like testify about, right?
Yeah.
It's like if that's the reality for you,
then I'm messing up. Not
if you
bringing them
don't bring
in
up
that.
your kids in the same way that has actually worked for you and has actually made a difference.
I don't
in
think
your
I'd
life,
expose
you know
them
what I
to
mean?
other religions because they're gonna hear about that regardless.
Yeah.
And with the way, especially the Western world is, it's like they're gonna hear that everything that they believe is stupid all the time, right? That's what they're always gonna hear from a young age, right? I'd expose them to other cultures. I think because
don't you think they're already exposed to other cultures?
like as in, not really. They're exposed to other skin tones in Australia.
I don't
Not
know.
really as
I
in-
felt like I was exposed to other, like even I went to a
But that's-
multicultural school. I understood.
But
Nah,
not,
they-
but,
they
but it's not
culture,
going to
but
be
I'm-
like that because when your kids go to school with Daniel's kids, they're just kids that have Nigerian and Sudanese parents, right? They're Aussies though. You know what I mean? So they're going to have the same culture as the Asian kid, as the Arabic kid, as the French kid, as everything. And
So
they're
you
just
kinda
gonna,
have
so
to-
they're only going to look different. I'd expose them to other cultures through travel and all that kind of stuff. And then they'll ask questions.
You could
But
do
I don't
that.
want to like teach my kids like, oh, so this is what this religion believes, and this is what this religion believes, and this is what, and they're gonna be like, but what? You know, I think it's too confusing.
Just to run real quick, like, cause at my primary school,
Yeah.
they encourage a lot of culture, right? So it's like there's even a day where it's like you bring
Multicultural.
in food from your culture, from your tradition, and you share that with the class, and you be able to explain what it is.
Mulkhiyah.
And yeah. I never bought that because the kids are gonna go crazy. But anyways,
Yuck! It smells.
but but that's why, like, in a sense, I actually disagree with you in terms of culture. Like, I was
Nah,
exposed.
but how much do you learn from that? And how, like, it's not a part of curriculum to learn
It's
culture
not-
like that. So it's on you as a
No.
parent to teach that.
no,
kind of
this,
stuff. Even
that,
in
that was
school,
not
like
that
how-
was not that was my
culture
parents did
day
not-
and stuff. I'm talking about. Like,
I'm not
that's
talking
how
about-
much is on that.
I'm talking
You're
about, like,
blessed to go to a multicultural school.
Even that's what I'm. But of course,
Yeah,
it depends
but
on
not like-
multicultural.
exactly.
It depends, of course. You can't even. It's hard for you. The only way you can do it is obviously through like traveling and so on, so on. But I'm saying that most of your kids, or the kids, is most of the time is at school, right? So it's like it happens that I went to a multicultural school with Indians, Asians, Forbes, and so on. So it's like I'm able to grasp a little bit of each, and then obviously
Which country is Forbes from?
Islanders, or it's not what you
Yeah,
mean?
like Islanders, you know. Shout out to my Islanders, innit? But yeah,
Oos.
wait, what are you doing, fam?
That's how they say brother.
Isn't it Soleus?
No.
Hey guys, what are you guys doing,
No?
man?
Yes?
Hey, what do you? I think we just lost. Listen. Hey, anyways, that's. Hey, but anyway, what I'm saying is,
I don't know. In my school, we never sat around and talked about our cultures. Or
Yeah, it's because
anything
everyone
like
was
that. It
white,
so-
bro. They wouldn't. They don't want to say it around you.
but of course,
So where are you from? Greece, Sudan.
You guys
but of course, this why it depends. This why it depends on the school that you go to. You feel, if I went to a school that's all black people or all white people, then I'm gonna be exposed to the same thing over and over and over. Yeah, but then after that, when you're exposed to different cultures now, someone brings out the lunch, you're like, what's that? Oh, it's dumplings. This is blah blah blah. You're learning a little bit. You're learning a little bit about their food and so on, and obviously you're gonna go do further
Yeah.
research on it by yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
investigation. What is this dumplings? This tastes nice. Honestly, bro, for real. The first time I tasted
Wait.
dumplings was from my friend. It wasn't from a restaurant or anything.
What was her name?
I can't say that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay,
Well,
spicy.
what are you gonna say?
I was thinking about this today. Like,
Okay,
because I was thinking about someone who recently became a Christian. Like they are like our age right now, but it's like 22-ish, 21, whatever. Yeah, recently became a Christian, and I was even at church yesterday. I was thinking about like, like becoming a Christian right now at this age is actually. Hey man, the chill is in my throat. It's so hard. Like,
Also,
it's like, because we've grown up Christian, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So like all these things we'd call Bible basics or like Christian,
know them.
You like it was a gradual process. You know, you started off with the colorful Bible with the you know, all the pictures of just
Which
main
I recently
stories.
realized does not have Songs of Solomon in it.
It doesn't even. It has not a lot in
Yeah,
it.
it only has story. It only has
It doesn't
story.
have a lot in
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
really. Because I just found my sister found mine from 2003.
Bro,
like
I thought
2
I
days
had
ago.
read the whole Bible.
Yeah, I've been bragging about it all my life, saying I've read the whole.
5 times?
Bro, yeah, legit.
I really only read David and Goliath.
Bro,
like
there's
20
nothing-
times. Samson.
That is, bro. There's like, but yeah,
Shun?
we grew up on that. We grew up on what the Veggie Tales, all that kind
Yeah.
of, you know, Sunday school for the kids' church, etc., etc. Like,
Yeah.
it was a gradual process of learning all this stuff, right?
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Here we go. TDP quiet. Okay, thank you very much.
Right, guys, that's enough.
Right. What's it called, man? And I was like, yo, someone who is just becoming a Christian now, it's like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot to learn.
There's a lot to like
yeah.
try to grasp your head around.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was even like I almost took a step back out of the service on Sunday. I was just listening as someone else. Like, what would this sound like? Because you know you hear these things and it's just whatever. It's normal. And I was like, yo, as someone who's not a Christian, like, what does this sound like? What we're speaking? And I was like, damn, like being that person to put your hand up, like, you know, at 22 years old, saying, yeah, I'm about this now. I want to, you know, like, you know, give my life to Jesus. Like, that's wild, bro.
Jesus.
Like, Jesus, shut up, man. You guys leave me alone. Leave me. We're not going to speak on that Sunday MC.
You'll never let it go, huh?
But, like, yeah. So, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy. Like,
I mean, there is a lot.
what do you guys think on all that? Like,
Definitely
you know?
a lot going on, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Because I've grown up in this faith all the way through and still face challenges and it's still a bit overwhelming. And
That's what
and
I was,
so on,
yeah.
so on. So it's almost like if you are just jumping on this now, I can't imagine, you know, because there is so much.
It's also actually a thing of like, the years doesn't equal anything. You know, the fact that I've been Christian for so long doesn't equal amount to anything. It's like, to this day, I'm learning and learning and learning so many
still
crazy
learning.
things.
You're
Like
still learning.
my eyes are still being opened to more and more things, right? What are you doing? Bro? I can hear it.
What is that?
Yeah, what was that sound?
It's your laptop, isn't it?
Oh, someone's vacuuming.
Oh, someone's vacuuming. Yeah.
Oh, bro, it sounded
I was
like,
like, what?
Cleaners are here.
But yeah, like to this day, I'm still learning as well. So it's like, maybe even just to anyone like, you know, who's listening, who's like new to faith and stuff like that. It's like, we're in the same position exactly, really. It's like,
all
no
on
one
the
is a
same
professional Christian.
No,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so many people are scared of Christianity because they're like, they think people are like professional Christians out here, you know?
Yeah.
They know all of this back to front. Like, they're so, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I
Bro,
can see, yeah.
And the more you read the Bible, the more you're like, no one knows what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, man.
The only guy that God says is a man after his own heart is a murderer, an adulterer,
What are you
right?
talking about?
David.
Oh, David. I thought I was about to say
Right?
Abraham. Yeah.
Like, that's insane. The guy that he got to write the book on how to do like intimacy properly is Solomon, who slept with over 1,000 women, right? Did intimacy the wrong way. The guy that he, you know, used to write the majority of the New Testament
Used to hate
used
Christians,
to pretty
bro.
much be ISIS, right? He was the
Yeah.
reason that Stephen gets stoned,
Mm-mm.
right?
Damn. Well,
So it's
Jesus, I
like,
should say.
like nobody knows exactly what they're doing, and I think that's the hope of the gospel, where it's like, you need help,
Yeah.
right? Even because like kind of unrelated, but it's like the Beatitudes when Jesus like explains
He
the
who is-
new law, right? Which is under grace, but it's actually harder, right? Because it's like, if you look at a woman, you've committed adultery. If you get angry at your brother, you've killed him, right? So it's much harder. I think all it's saying is, you can't do this alone. You need Jesus, right? And
It's
so
not enough to just know this, know that. Tick
exactly,
this box, tick
because
that. It's not
you're
that.
gonna get angry
Yeah,
at some point.
legit.
You're gonna, and I think it's highlighting like, you really need Jesus, right? And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
But that's almost what separates the gospel sometimes, man. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I think I was telling this to you on Tuesday about what did I say, bro? Tuesday night, I said that this is something this is what makes the Christianity kind of different. Like, it's what did I say, that it's
I don't know,
hard.
I don't listen to
Something.
Oh,
I was like, remember I said most religions are easy
Yeah.
in terms of tick this box, you know,
It's
believe
do
this
this,
thing,
do
do that. It's like, it's almost even what I kind of sent in the group chat. It's like, Christianity is not like saying, you know, abandon everything and now just follow these rules. It's like go back to your old life.
I like that. Yeah.
Oh, so I'd say it word
with
for
this
word.
new perspective.
It's like go back to your old life with new birth perspective.
Oh my gosh, bum.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like Christianity is not about ticking these boxes. It's about like, how do I now look at my present situation, my present life, everything I'm currently doing from a new way? Like, how do I now live in a different kind of, enlightenment or different? Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy, man. What are these guys doing, bro?
No, I agree with you.
I think it's also
Bro,
important.
shut up, man. He didn't hear. He's looking at whatever.
What's he looking? I was gonna say, it's important to also find like a church that will help you with that growth.
Let you ask
Somewhere
questions.
Where you feel comfortable enough to be like, I don't understand this.
Yeah.
That's what
can
the
you
church
please
has
help
done wrong
it?
for a bit, yeah. Not
Yeah, because there's a
encouraging
lot
the
of
questions.
a lot of places where you go and it's kind of like they tell you off for things rather than like teach you. This is the right way of doing things, or like I don't know. Yeah,
And
you definitely need to find a place that helps.
And you guys are definitely right. You guys said it all. Number one, you definitely need the place, and number two is like you need to grow with the community. It does not make sense because you can't say I want to grow in faith, but you don't attend Bible study, you don't attend church. It's like, where is the growth coming from? You feel what I mean? So it's like, yes, you might read the Bible at home and that, but is that enough for you? Does that make sense? Because it's almost like we interpret the Bible in so many different ways. So it's like, let me come to you. Let me see. Do you see what I see?
Yeah.
Basically. So in a way, it's like, I don't understand people that think that they can do it by themselves.
Yeah, what do y'all think about people or this new wave of Christians that don't go to church?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
It's because I've wanted to figure.
You need.
He's getting hot.
No, because you give it to rat to me. You need.
People.
Yeah.
You need community.
You need community. You need people. It's almost like,
Bro, literally the first thing that happens when the church starts in Acts chapter 2 says that the believers found new creative ways every time to hang out with each other.
Yeah.
Share food, all
And
this
do
kind of
this,
stuff.
yeah.
And then God added more
I MC'd on
multitudes
that.
to
you can't do it alone.
Nice.
It's almost like, bro, it's like with gym or whatever. It's like you can't be physically.
What do we have to say for that? Like, what's a nice like what? Because
I don't like that thing that's like, because you hear this all the time where I don't go to church anymore because people are hypocritical.
Yeah.
But I still believe. It's like, all right, cool, you still believe. Obviously, you're not going to abandon your faith for no reason. But like, where in society are people not hypocritical?
It's almost
Find
upholding
me
that,
a place in society that's not hypocritical.
It's upholding the unreal fast.
Somebody
Somebody
said this recently. It's like, church is judgmental, right? Kanye's on his faith walk right now, right? And people, the only people that I've seen judgmental about that are non-Christians.
which is wild, man. Oh, non-Christians, you're saying even at this point.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen some Christians go like, is it genuine, is it not? But you see people like, oh, Kanye, man, shut up with all that Jesus King stuff and Holy Spirit merch and all that kind of stuff, right?
But Christians are actually out
But
here.
Christians
I
are like,
feel
do you, man, or whatever. Obviously, it's because it's like we believe the same thing, but it's like, well, all I'm saying is that people are judgmental everywhere in society.
It's
People
not
are
only a Christian.
hypocritical everywhere in society. Speaking of Kanye,
Hold on, real quick before you jump, because I knew that was perfect. Real quick, it's like it upholds that unrealistic expectation that have
humans are going to be perfect.
not even that Christians are going, but which are humans anyway, still. But it's like that Christians are these perfected people, which is what a lot of people have run away from the church for in past times. It's like because they expect Christians to be this, which fair enough. Like Christians should be aiming to be that, and it's like that's a process you will get there.
I think that's the other thing that people get like confused is aiming for perfection is not the same as doo-dooing on people for not being perfect, right? Like, so having a high standard isn't the same as just lashing out at people for no reason.
Explain.
You know what I mean? Like,
Elaborate.
because people are always like, oh, you're judgmental because of whatever unrealistic standard that you don't even uphold. It's like, yeah, but we're trying to uphold something, right? And it's like aiming for perfection isn't wrong, but no one's claiming that they're actually perfect. Like, there's a difference.
Yeah, someone told me. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Something, which I mean I've definitely heard before, but it's like really putting it into the forefront of my mind in terms of like honestly, the place of judgment is not for us. It's for God. So like as Christians, really like we actually get nothing from telling someone or judging someone. You can correct, like there's a, or I don't know how do you
judge
word it?
actions?
Huh?
We can judge actions.
Okay.
But you can't judge
Like, as
before
like-
actions, or what?
No, I can. Like, as in, it is okay for the Christian to see someone do something morally wrong and say that is morally wrong, not you are an idiot, right? That's different. Like, I'm allowed to say murder is sin, right? But I'm not allowed to beat up a murderer.
But I think that's what society
Righteous
does, though.
indignation,
Society
right,
puts
exactly.
that on the side. Society wants to say that person is this and
Yeah,
that
because
and that.
society is judgmental, which
Yeah.
is what they keep
Yeah.
accusing the church
Yeah.
of for no
Yeah,
reason,
yeah,
because everyone's like this.
That's just how it is.
People are broken.
It comes down to, who was it? I think it was
Speaking
Pastor.
of Kanye, what?
Last thing. One of the pastors mentioned this ages ago. I think it was we had a little link, I think us, and then one of the pastors from church, he ain't here anymore. But it was like, Christians aren't sinless. They aim to sin less and less and less and less.
yeah.
It's like, that's really what it is. All right, go. Kanye talk. Go, hit it.
Jesus is King.
Jesus is King.
The album's coming out soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kanye keeps pushing things back. Are you guys excited for it? How do you feel?
I'm interested to see what it's about. Like,
Is this like a gospel
that's,
album?
I don't want it to be a gospel album. I want it to be rap, but I really want it to be someone who's trying to find Christ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want it to be a search for the truth. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want him to now out of nowhere jump on praise him. You know, like, he ain't Kirk Franklin, bro. Like, he has a catalog.
But he can do it.
He can do it.
Because when Ultralight Beams came out, that was...
That was quiet,
Because
man.
imagine a whole album that's like Ultralight Beams.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
Loki, I would be mad.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
he
wouldn't
wasn't
be
here letting it. Chance's verse was
That
dangerous
was-
on that.
But to be honest, I'm keen to see what it comes up with next.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel? Because
No.
I'm more of old school Kanye.
Which is... Everyone's like, oh, we want the old Kanye, old Kanye. This is the old Kanye. His
Yeah.
first single was Jesus Walks.
Hey, man, so
The first single he ever released said, if I talk about God, my records won't get played.
yeah.
Right.
Hey, man.
Right?
Hey, we might
It's
be.
like-
He's
So he's literally going back to old Kanye. So
Yeah.
as a Christian, it's like, oh, this is amazing because, you know,
I actually
obvious
want
reasons.
to
But
see
then
this.
as a hip hop head, I'm like, this is the old Kanye that everyone wants.
Keeps
so if people are
calling
going to
for
complain
it.
about this, I'm kind of like, eh.
Do you know the old Kanye?
Yeah, are you really a hip hop head?
So we'll see how it goes, innit? So
Nah, like, it'll be lit.
I'm keen, bro.
What about them Sunday services? What did y'all think on that when it was happening? Is it still happening now? They still do them?
I didn't keep up with it too much.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw it every now and then.
Yeah, I saw a
pop
bit
up
on
or
Insta.
something.
Because what was it? Was it really praise? Was he doing praise? Or was he
I
just
wasn't
singing
too sure.
Kanye songs with gospel?
Lyrics or something. I
No,
think so.
Kanye songs with gospel choir. That's what I mean.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I got no
Some
clue.
of them were actual like
Gospel
gospel
songs.
Yeah,
songs.
yeah, somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what about? Yeah,
You,
go.
you know what is exciting to me is like the fact that the album's called Jesus is King, right? Now, how genuine that is, I think it seems pretty genuine. Like the guy looks like he's genuinely on a journey.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, honestly.
But it's crazy because an artist like Kanye, you can't ignore.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
mainstream
Yeah.
media cannot ignore him.
yeah,
at
no,
all.
that's
Right? No matter how much you hate him, he's in the same category as Drake, Taylor Swift, Beyonce.
It's like Lecrae could have done that, and they could have.
he did.
They could have.
Look
Yeah,
at Trap Say Amen.
yeah, bro.
Right? With
That had
Beethoven,
potential.
the biggest
Yeah.
trap producer
yeah.
ever, probably.
Yeah,
Right? And
They
it was
still
a
shut
great
it
album,
down.
but it wasn't a huge deal, right? But then it's like if Kanye drops an album called he dropped that Poopity Scoop song and everyone had to listen to it.
Everyone
Right?
jumped on it.
So
innit?
now he's
Everyone
gonna
did.
drop an album called Jesus King, and mainstream radio has to say Jesus is King,
Oh,
whether they want
Yo,
to or
that's
not.
facts, yeah.
Right? Hypebeast today put out a post, and they had to hashtag at the end of it Jesus is King, and I think it's like that's crazy. Like that's actually
Bro,
insane.
Kanye is a movement, bro.
Well, Kanye's a movement, but then it's like, to me, this is kind of like what when God says in the Bible, it's like if no one praises, the
I
rocks will
believe
cry
raise
out.
the rocks to cry out. Yeah.
Right? And it's like, is this what it looks like when the rocks cry out? Like
Oh,
in 2019.
man. Hey,
'Cause
facts.
think
Yeah.
about it, like Fox FM or whatever are gonna have to say Jesus is King.
That's
New
the
song
rocks
from
crying
Kanye's
out,
album,
bro.
Jesus is King, right? And that's insane.
Shout out to
to
Kanye,
Kanye.
man.
Ha.
Do that.
Shout out to your
Ah,
Mark.
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Damn, nah, that's lit. It's kind of like
Yeah.
what do y'all think about even? It's a similar thing with like Justin Bieber as well, man. On his
love it.
faith walk too. Love it,
Love it.
bro. The fact that at Coachella he's out here singing like praise, bro. My guy putting his hands up, bro. Got literally,
Bro, people getting
rich
saved,
kids
bro.
out here just like, bro.
Bro, people getting saved out here, man.
Yeah, nah, it's a movement, man. I like
You
this.
see him
man.
leading worship somewhere and he was singing praise him in advance and everything, like the Marvin Sapp song. You don't listen to Marvin Sapp? You're the first black person I've ever met.
It's interesting though, because at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Both Kanye and Justin,
Yeah,
they, you know, were at the top of their game. Not saying that they're not anymore, but they're at the top of their game,
You could say
and they
that's
went
kind of
through this, like, you know, they
Drop.
literally just
Identity
they
crisis,
dropped,
maybe?
like they went through, you know, hardship, and then now they're coming out, you know,
faith.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's kind of
That's
like
nice.
putting out this thing that it's like when you hit rock bottom, turn to God, you know.
Rock bottom could be at the top of your life.
wait. I think I
Wait,
see what
wait.
he's saying.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because that also,
Is
then
that-
again, it makes sense with that scripture. Where it's like, what does
Yeah.
it gain a man to? What does it serve a man
Profit
to
a
gain
man
the world
to-
and
yeah, and he loses his
Mm.
soul. Bro, we need to
Interesting
actually say
stuff,
the
man.
scriptures correctly,
This is
please.
cool.
We need it all.
No, I'm reading
from
from a
now
different
on.
translation.
Yeah.
NLT, Noah's Lit
No.
translation.
Someone look at this
translation,
guy.
man.
Oh my.
Noah's lit translation. What?
Oh no, you killed me, brother.
Oh my days, mate.
What else is happening?
Interesting.
Marvel had some good.
Yeah, might have
know what
some
she said.
some for us.
Wait, no, somebody else had another question as well. That was Marvel.
Yes.
What the-
What was that?
I don't know.
It was Mal. You want to ask it?
Hungry.
It's on here.
Second one.
Yeah.
Oh, the dowry.
This is such a
Dowry.
triggering conversation.
Dowry.
Can you please explain what
Yeah,
dowry
ex-
is?
Explain
for
it to us,
the-
please.
Okay.
In depth. In
the
depth.
mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise community.
Wait. How it used to be and how it is now too.
As it used to be.
If I even
Explain
know
it. Actually,
correctly.
what nations or what cultures
Yeah,
don't?
that's what I was gonna say.
Don't do
It's
it.
not just
A
white
few people
that-
do it. And a few
Well,
don't.
like Indian culture does
Wait,
it,
wait.
Arabic culture does it,
Also,
Africans
really
do it.
good
So there's
quality.
quite a few.
Actually-
Even Asians kind of do it too.
But I
to
think they
some
do more
degree.
gifts.
Some
than that.
yeah, a
Asians.
lot of
Yeah.
places.
But it's gifts,
rather
yeah.
than
Yeah,
money.
gifts.
But I know, like in the Indian culture, it's the guy who gets the receiving end.
It's
But
not a bad
anyway.
deal. I'm kind of for dowry right now. Explain it. Explain.
Yeah,
Explain.
yeah, no, that's right. Yeah.
All right, run us back.
So-
Run it back, Turbo.
Dowry. Back in the days, dowry was this exchange type of process that happens between families. So bride's family, groom's family, you know, before they get married, they come together, their families, and they, you know, discuss an amount that would be fair to give. So the guy's family give the girl's family money.
Used to be
Basically
cows?
cows, sorry. So cows. And
saying
each
back in the
cow
days
is
though, yeah.
worth, you know, a certain amount of money. So anyways, back in the days, you know, the bride's family would ask for a certain amount of cows and then the guy's family would give it. And that's kind of like exchanging. So cows for the wife. Nowadays, how they do it is the bride's family asks for an amount and it's usually very high, like 20K plus that they ask the groom's family to pay. And so that money has to be paid. It can be done in like lumps, you know,
Installments?
some payments, installments and stuff over time, or
It's
you
a
can
loan.
pay it. So you have to at least pay something before the actual wedding, to the bride's family. So this money goes to the family, not the bride and not the groom. So the bride gets nothing from it. It just goes to her mom, her dad, and her extended family as well. Yeah, that's how it is.
To
Wait.
add on that one real quick.
Hold on, sorry. So it's like someone pays a dowry for the girl.
Yeah.
Some of the money might go to her brother.
It's usually mom, dad, and then uncles and aunties
okay,
and
okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Just add on that one as well. So in Africa, they use cows. In obviously in today's society, we don't give cows. But we
money.
say that my daughter's worth 40 cows, yeah. But they don't give cows, so they go 40 times by $300 because each cow's worth $300. So that's how they do the calculations. They don't say, "Oh, you owe 20K for my daughter."
Yeah.
They say 40, 50 cows, which equals this much, 20, 40K. Cool.
And how do they come to a conclusion on how many cows? For
So-
example,
You
So I
elaborate on
think
that.
with that, it depends on the
education level.
yeah. So the individual, so the bride, you know, if she's educated, they take that into account. Height, you know, like her upbringing. A lot of things
Wait,
from
height.
her
Which
height
way
is
do we
in-
prefer?
like tall?
We prefer tall.
They prefer tall.
Okay.
So if you're taller, you're worth more, pretty
And-
much, basically.
If you're thick,
I'm not sure about thick.
fat.
I don't think they don't want fat.
They don't want fat.
They don't want fat.
I
But
don't know.
that used to be attractive.
Maybe.
Right, equal blessing in that.
Yeah.
I don't know
That
if they
means
do
you
that.
Have more food.
I don't know if they do that to their society.
You're
though.
rich.
Yeah.
In society
Yeah.
right now, they don't look at that. They just look in terms more of
Education.
cook, clean
a lot,
education.
yeah.
Everybody got
do
food.
this, do
Pretty,
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah.
You know what I don't
Yeah,
like?
facts,
It's
yeah,
sad,
facts.
but yeah,
Morals,
they take that all
values.
into
It's messed up
consideration.
when they start increasing.
Virginity.
Yeah, when
Mm.
they increase the price for like, you know, has an education.
How many toes does she have?
What the heck? It's not Tasmanian, bro. All right, when they increase the price for, oh, she got her degree.
Tasmania.
Okay, why didn't she? Yeah, fine. Like I got mine too. Like this, she's met.
That cancels out.
Yeah, bro. Like
She's tall, I'm tall. That cancels
Yeah,
out.
so
Like, are you
I mean,
mad?
the whole thing is right.
She's
It's
two
like
cows.
Wagwan.
it's like so the bride's family is kind of like, you know, we raised our daughter, you know, we paid for her education, you know, we've like trained her or, you know, molded her to be someone's wife. So you're coming to our house and you're taking our daughter out. So now it's like we don't have our daughter who cooks for us. We don't have our daughter who
helper.
cleans for us. Yeah, we don't have our daughter who does the stuff for us at home because she's going to you. So you need to compensate us.
I
So
got
that's
look,
the idea.
Money.
of
What
it.
about
no,
me
no,
now
no, no,
looking
no.
after her,
look,
bro?
look, I ain't gonna front. The daughter in the household actually does a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've seen them do a lot. My sister does a lot, but also when I go to my auntie's house and everything, the daughter does a lot as
You
well.
don't clean around the house?
Nah, I do stuff around the house, but I'm saying that my sister does a
I
lot.
thought he said I run the house.
No. but I'm,
I'll run the house.
but-
Beat you when you get home.
but I'm saying that she does a lot. When my parents
Yeah,
leave,
yeah.
my sister takes care of everything. You feel? So I'm saying that, okay, imagine if someone comes to the household and takes that away. So it's like when my parents do leave, it's like,
Bro, isn't the biggest like compensation for that to see her now happy in a relationship and now she's looking after someone, he's looking after
No.
her? Yeah.
no, that is
You
not.
telling me money is gonna equal to all of those years you invested?
okay,
To
Like,
them,
are you-
it doesn't fill the void that she's gone. You know, just us having that. Oh yeah, my daughter, she's gone. She's doing all that she used to do for us for someone
That's
else.
messed
It's
up.
like,
Okay,
it's not.
because then
yeah.
is it really about, you know, that she's missing, or is it we just want the money for it? Because would they accept if you didn't pay it all up front? Like if you paid it,
Yeah,
in
you can do
weekly
installments.
even
Yeah.
So
after
it's
the
not
marriage.
upfront.
Even
Yeah.
after, yeah.
So then it
Some
all be about the money then.
some people are
Oh,
still
no,
I ain't
paying-
trying to loan you, bro.
It is all about the money.
Yeah. So can they
For sure.
can they take you back before he's paid the whole thing?
Have you? Yeah. Have you guys ever heard of a case where like,
I haven't heard of
you
it.
know,
Like what?
It's like they repo
where
your
yeah,
wife.
when they repo your wife or the debt collectors come and take your shorty back.
Nah, there'll just be a lot of like tension and like negative energy between the families. If you guys don't,
It's like I'm trying to keep the heater on, dog. I can't pay for this girl. You know what I mean,
Yeah, nah, there'll just be a lot.
You raise
of, like,
your daughter to
negativity.
always be freaking cold.
bro? Like that's mess.
But yeah, no, like I'm not for it
Can they find them?
because it's if what?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can find.
Late payment.
You can
The
find- they
Victorian
find
government's
people.
not going to
They
uphold
do.
that. So
What the heck? Do they run around in
They-
referee
they
outfits?
do.
Red card, yellow card. Hey, double offense. Out of the game.
Oh
nah,
my gosh.
it can't. Like how?
Like
Yeah.
I've understood why they do it, over time, especially like when you listen to the stories of the older people, like my aunties, my uncle, my parents and everything, and then you listen to why it was done, you can understand a little
All right, break
bit.
it down for us. Let's hear it.
Like I'll break it down in terms of like taking away the helper and so on.
All right,
and
but
so
now
on.
we're in
Fresh
Australia.
Prince.
You know?
Wait, hold on. Fresh Prince, how much would you be willing to pay for your wife?
Cuss, I ain't paying none. Cuss,
If you
I ain't
have
paying.
to.
Marriage is not a priority
cuss,
for
cuss,
me
cuss.
right now.
Listen to me, fam.
After all the,
Cuss,
I've
listen.
understood this, that.
Yeah.
No, I understand it. I understand 100%.
You just don't respect it.
And I
No,
believe
it's
they are
not that I don't
stupid.
respect it. Because it's like,
Carlos, there's nothing in your head right
Wait,
now.
different tribes like usually ask for different amounts.
What
Does
tribe
do
are
your
you from?
tribe do it?
What tribe are you from?
I'm Denkin.
What's your-
Shuluk, but like so.
What's your
it's-
tribe?
Equatorian.
He has
Yeah,
5 people.
so do
in
your
his
people
tribe.
do it?
What's
Do
your
what?
tribe?
Do
I'm
they?
Yoruba.
They do dowry, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
So do
But
you guys usually ask for a lot of money?
It depends. A little, sometimes, yeah. Okay, I'll give you guys a quick story, yeah?
Alright.
My cousin might be listening to this, yeah? So my cousin got engaged recently, and then the guy was from a different tribe. My uncle deadass asked for 80K,
Yeah.
like $80,000. I mean, like, my cousin's big time. I ain't gonna front. Like, she's big time, she's doing great things. She's going above and beyond. She's not just an average person.
How
So
many children does she have already?
she doesn't have kids, bro. What are you saying, fam?
Okay. 80K? That's reasonable.
But I'm saying it's like, she is all about other people and helping and so on. So it's like when I look at them, I'm like, man, you're big time. So and her parents see that and they see what she can be.
So she'd be a good wife.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I disagree with it, especially in today's society. I just think that
80 bands.
I
pays a lot.
I just think that there's different ways in order for me to help you. You feel? So for me, this is what I'd rather. Yeah. So let's say the parents said they need money. I'm gonna be like, nah, screw the money. What do you need help with in life? You feel what I'm saying? So nah, hey, for real though, screw the
I
money.
don't want your help.
Nah, for
I
real
want
though.
the money. The money will help.
No, for real though, you know, because it's like if I give you money, you're gonna go back to old habits, yeah. But if I teach you how to do certain things, you will learn that and you will earn money even more. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, screw the money. You want to learn how to invest? I'll teach you how to invest. You want to learn this? I will teach you how to do that. You feel? So it's like,
Well, hold on. You're going to sit there with her dad and be like, yeah, buddy, come sit down on my lap. I'll teach you how to invest.
what? That is not. That was so dry. But anyways,
Nah, it's still what? Like, he doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah. Because his mentality is, you should pay me for my daughter. He does not believe that you are smart enough to teach him anything.
no, but that's what it is though. I'm saying like, let me bring my experience. I'm an expert in this area, and I see that I can help you in this area as well.
What if he says, I will not
you-
give
no, no,
you
no.
her hand in marriage if you do not give me
no.
these bands?
No, but
bands and make him dance.
Exactly.
And that happens. That happens. Sometimes parents don't agree
it
to
does happen.
marriages, and
But
they
honestly,
say no
I see
if you don't pay.
If that's what it is, I feel like
You're
you're
gonna
not
elope?
you're not open
Are
minded.
you going to elope, run away, get married?
Would you guys elope?
No, I always thought elope.
If there was a situation.
What?
Was it a freak?
No, I always thought it means
Okay.
run away and have sex. I didn't know it was about like running away to be with someone.
Yeah, nah, I wouldn't
I
do
don't
it
know.
because
Because that's how they painted in these
Yeah.
like movies.
that's
and that, yeah?
disrespect.
What?
I said I wouldn't do it.
And not paying is disrespectful too.
No, but
Yeah,
see,
but no. Would you guys elope?
Nah.
Let's say family. Or like elope is literally just get married without everyone knowing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
just
Right?
go to
Yeah.
courthouse.
Doesn't mean you have to run away. Like it's just doing it without everyone knowing. Yeah. All right. Yeah, like the
I thought it
families.
meant you run into like, it was always like a farmland type of area and you just run into the middle of it. And then you smash uglies.
That's what you thought it was.
That's what I thought it was.
No way.
I don't know. I never
funny
knew it
guy,
meant
bro.
Very
married.
interesting mind.
Oh
Nah,
my
for me,
days!
I want blessings from my parents, from her parents, and so on. Because it's like if we're gonna sit on the
Yeah,
table,
I want to
all
like
together,
your parents.
You know, because I want to be able to sit on the table, all of us together. My parents, there.
How
your
long are you
parents
willing
there.
to wait like
and
that
so
though?
on.
If you know they're dragging it, like they're literally the only reason why y'all ain't getting
And they
married
might
is 'cause
always
of them.
hold that against you. Like,
Yeah.
Carlos Haiwan.
I feel like they'll say that.
Didn't pay.
They would.
I'm not even lying.
They would.
I think they will say that. But
And
How's your broke husband doing? Like you know, like damn, that's
but
gonna
at the
hurt.
same time, it's like they can't really talk smack about me, if that makes sense. It's like you try to
Because
talk.
you're a hot guy, yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah?
But
Look,
to them, this is
you will
important.
the
It's
parents.
tradition.
Yeah, it's tradition, but at the same time, I don't care, bro. Yeah. no. Listen.
This is the first time I heard
listen.
this guy doo-doo all over his culture.
Listen, yeah.
I love the music. I want to live in
Culture,
Africa.
this culture, that.
No, but you gotta understand.
Teach 'em
yeah?
the language.
No. Yeah, now, of course I'm still gonna go. Yeah, I'm saying that in certain society now it's like I don't need to bring that thing with me.
Yeah.
That thing is not relevant to this to the to the society. Music, language, like clothing, that's still relevant no matter where you go.
Nah, I dig.
But then bringing that along does not make sense into the society.
Just get a Centrelink, bro.
Let's
That's it.
and in order for us to become one and a tighter community, it's like, yes, I'm taking your daughter, but let me help you guys as well. Let me bring you guys up. You feel that is the only way. But if I'm going in and you want to charge me, it's like how we growing. It does not make sense.
Yeah.
So would you pay or not?
Would I
You
pay?
guys pay or not?
Bro, I told you I ain't trying to do all that, bro.
Like honestly, I ain't trying to do it. But if like
it comes down
I'm
to it,
force,
Yeah.
then I'll think about it.
And what's the max? What's the max? you
Hey,
pay?
Pops, hold this 500.
Hey, you hold that big fella. All right.
What's the max?
Shake my hand. Shake my hand.
Listen, yeah.
Slide a quick one there. Oh, yeah.
But,
You have it.
hey, listen, yeah. By any chance, if
Yeah.
my future wife is listening to this,
Okay.
or my father-in-law's future father-in-law listen to this,
If a future father-in-law, change your mind, buddy.
I am only paying you
Uh.
no more than 5K.
Whoa.
No more than 5K.
Damn.
I would have said at least.
Disrespectful, man.
But-
People find that
But listen to me.
disrespectful.
No, I'll go back to that. Yes, like yes, you could go around the community talk smack about me, whatever. Yeah, but
No, you know what's
No, listen,
disrespectful?
wait,
This
wait, hold
disrespectful
on.
that
Wait,
these people
wait,
demand
wait,
a number
wait.
that's going to change their life.
Yeah.
Or
That's
they expect
that is
you know what I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
at the same time, I was like,
Get a job, buddy.
Why are we assuming these
swear.
people
No,
are broke or they
Well,
have
if
no
you
money?
weren't broke, you wouldn't be thinking about money
They're
that
not.
deep.
Shit.
Money is
No,
not.
100%.
Yeah,
They're just greedy.
If you're,
exactly, and that's
You're
broke
just greedy because
mentality.
assuming you're
I
broke.
bet you they walk into Centrelink with a limp and they're not actually injured. Get that disability check.
No one's losing it.
Get that disability check.
You
do you, boo.
Anyways, like I was saying, yeah, at the end of the day, it's like you could talk smack about me. You can go around the community and be like, Carlos is this, Carlos is that.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be killing it.
Yeah.
Right? And people will be listening, yeah, Carlos is this, Carlos is that. But at the same time, the look is like, but Carlos changing lives too. You dig what I'm saying? But Carlos is traveling, he's doing this, he's blah blah blah,
I
and
was
so on,
so unimpressed, bro.
So it's like,
How can you say all this and still be single?
huh?
What?
Wow.
Who
I
said
was
I'm
looking muscly today, chest out.
who
Buttons
said
out.
Girl summer.
Cuz, who said I'm single?
What?
Huh?
Ooh.
Oh,
You got
I'm
used-
playing.
That wasn't
Whoa.
funny. That wasn't funny, Carlos.
Yeah, it was I'm playing.
Oh,
man. But nah, that's
But
a
yeah.
that's a madness,
But I
Are
said,
you
hey,
gonna pay
I'm
for
not
me?
paying. I'm not
Are
paying.
you paying for me?
bro. That just sounds disgusting.
Yeah, are you
Yeah,
paying
send
for
this
it?
sound.
paying for
I'm
me?
gonna chop this sound
I'm-
clip and send it to your parents.
Wow.
This sounds disgusting. Right. Nah, it's
Daniel said,
Wrong
"Uncle,
for that.
no,
no.
Hey, nah, I ain't doing it, bro.
Nah, it's just.
What if Daniel was like, I love her so much, I'll learn Arabic.
Boy, if you don't.
And then it's like,
What's that
because
supposed
it
to
means
mean?
I can have a better relationship with you guys as her parents. Wouldn't they be like, oh,
I'm telling
Nah,
you, they
then
don't care.
he will just understand when they're talking smack because they
Ooh.
will
I'm telling you.
definitely talk smack.
yeesh.
I'm telling you, they don't care, bro.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're like, I'm never gonna talk with this guy. Go away.
Do you think your parents would tell you to break up with the person if they demanded too high or they weren't meeting a certain figure that your parents are demanding?
No.
So my mom ain't for it at all, and my mom gets away. So like,
Oh,
I'm just saying, my mom becomes assertive, bro, when it comes to this
when
stuff,
this,
right?
Listen. When this meeting goes down,
Yeah, it's going crazy.
I'm gonna be present.
Yeah, no.
No,
Legit, when
we're
it
gonna be
happens-
there. We're gonna be
Representatives.
there.
Wait, no, you know your house, how your dad has the study?
Yeah.
Can we please sit in there and just
And then have them
everything
in the
happening?
outdoor area?
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
We,
Oh, man.
And we'll record an
This is gonna
episode while
be-
it's happening.
You just hear,
You just hear the bomb.
bro, I am so keen. I'm so keen for this meeting, bro.
I don't think I want to be there for that.
Damn.
I don't think you can
you,
be
but
there.
you keep switching up. You said your mom wasn't about it. She wants this. Your dad ain't about this,
My
that.
mom is
not
following.
now.
My mom is following tradition. My dad is just like, when you graduate and all that stuff. If he's right for you, then I'll give him my blessing and stuff.
Shout out to
But
your dad, boy.
No, but I know my parents
As
can
soon
say that.
as it
But
happens.
yeah, but no, it's also the community
Switch
that's
up.
behind them as well.
Yeah.
They will force their hand to be like, you
Bro,
can't just let it go.
I don't
It's
get
They're
it.
like
usually the
OGs that
community.
they have to listen
Yeah.
to. And stuff.
Because it's
And that's the thing. Everyone you see these uncles and
OG,
aunties
old
just
Gimp.
appear when you've never seen them before because
Yeah.
they're gonna get a cut.
Oh
So they're like,
my
you need
God.
to.
guys, they're gonna be like,
you have to.
when you were a
Dang, and
baby,
your parents
I-
are successful as well. So they're
Yes,
going to
it's
Yeah.
expand a lot.
So they're gonna squeeze
Dang.
That's
how
that
they
guap
treat a
out
young
of them,
black
Are
man.
you trying to be broke? Are you trying to be broke?
Successful black
I
man,
am.
they won't let him
You're gonna be broke. You're actually going to
Do you
be
guys
broke.
want to start off
Trying to
your
make a
marriage
joke here.
in a broke way, bro? By the way, it's going. You guys are gonna have your honeymoon at Phillip Island. I don't know.
Oh man.
You want to see some penguins?
Phillip Island off season, no penguins, bro. Come on, man. Tickets are cheaper. Bad day, bro.
Can you imagine driving to your honeymoon?
Hey, why you guys laughing? Some people do that, bro.
You drive for 30 minutes only, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, nah. See,
Oh,
I'm never doing that.
Car breaks down on the way. Well, we don't have money for petrol.
Damn, your family took it all.
Let's set up tent.
nah. Look, alright. Real talk on all this stuff. Yeah, I can see why they have this mentality about it. I respect it, whatever. But I'm just like,
you
I do. Like it's in this day and age, it's unnecessary. Like my parents, right? There wasn't an expected like amount or anything with my mom. Like my dad's family was just like, yo, thank you so much. Here's like, we obviously this isn't enough, but here's blessings. Like just take this, all this, bought all kinds of different things, man. Like, and there was a lot of money, bro. Like expensive stuff, and they're just like giving it to the family. That's what I'm trying to be about. Like I want to show my appreciation based on what I feel like would
what
be
I mean.
fulfilled,
I agree.
not an
Here's
amount
another
that's
question. At
demanded.
Sudanese weddings, are the guests generous? Like, do they give good gifts? No, they don't, huh?
No.
They'll bring like plates and irons and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, it's nothing like extravagant.
Far out. Disgusting behavior.
First of
Yeah,
all,
it's
like
pretty bad.
They demand for money. They don't want to come with anything. And
Yeah.
I mean, I still love y'all and everything. Like y'all still my people, but
I'm learning there's
They're
nobody more
very
generous
greedy.
than Middle Eastern Arabs,
Yeah.
honestly. Far out. Like, people you don't know give you
they-
200
yeah,
bucks.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, no,
That's
100%.
really
No way I'm Arabic
that's
now.
awesome.
People give you gold.
Chick?
It's either money or gold.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good.
My sister got married. I think she got a second job. Huh?
Bruh,
Waiting
what, as
on
a
you, waiting
jeweler?
on you.
You got bank like that?
No.
Nah, but that's litty,
I
man.
think Mawa had another question in it.
This one's... You ask it.
Wait, why'd you make that face for?
Because I don't know.
What's wrong with it?
think
I
it's a
feel like
bad
I know what we know. Go, say it.
So
which one is this one?
the question is, guys, do you believe in once a cheater, always a cheater?
Oh, come on. First of all, as a black men don't cheat.
Oh my God.
This
First of all,
cultural
that's
appropriation,
false.
mate.
But okay.
Wait, whoa.
What?
Wait,
Wait.
black men cheat? Is all he's saying?
What are you doing? Why
Can't
do
believe
people...
how
Wait,
like,
hold up.
convinced
Daniel,
you guys
Daniel,
look.
are you faithful?
I'm faithful, very faithful.
Faithful to your
Very
girlfriend.
faithful.
Carlos, are you faithful?
Yeah,
You're
faithful.
faithful to being single.
Nor are Oh man, you walked into
I was like, yes. That's me.
Oh my God.
you walked right into
This guy, bro.
But yeah. The answer is
It's
no.
all right.
No.
So 100% of black men here don't cheat.
Boom.
We don't cheat, bro.
3 out of how many people?
Nah, nah, trust.
Counted me as black.
My friends don't cheat. My black friends don't cheat.
I can literally.
I mean,
think
guys
of-
don't cheat in general.
Yeah, actually, now
Oh,
that
get out
I'm
of
thinking,
town.
I don't know any guys that have cheated.
Get out.
And I know a lot of
Legit.
people.
Tristan Thompson.
What are you
I don't
saying?
know.
That was a
I don't know.
Is he not a
misunderstanding.
guy?
First of all, that man is too tall to cheat as well.
Oh my
Nah,
God.
nah,
Stands
nah.
up anywhere in public.
Tristan Thompson. More of the reason why
Yeah.
he's an idiot for cheating because he can be spotted anywhere. But yeah, sorry, men are trash.
What?
Well, okay, Ma,
I
what do
hate
you-
how
okay,
girls
okay,
do
Ma,
this now, man.
Ma, what do you think? Do you think once a cheater, always a cheater then?
I know so many girls that have cheated.
No,
Legit.
Why?
because I think people can change. I think once it's not a mistake. I'm not gonna say cheating.
No, I don't think cheating is a mistake. I think it's a decision.
It is a
It's a
decision.
dumb decision.
because, like, there's time before you actually depend. Also, there's different ways to cheat.
Scenarios.
As well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all believe in
there's
this
different-
emotional cheating stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, I'm gonna say this straight, no loop, innit? I'm gonna say this straight, no loop, yeah?
Carlos, bro.
Yeah.
Say this straight, yeah?
Yeah.
If you cheat, you don't love your partner, straight. That's it.
You reckon?
No, I disagree. I don't,
He's coming.
I don't think it means you don't love your partner.
Okay,
It means
so,
you love yourself too much. What?
No?
No,
Okay, so how could you love someone? Because I think if you love someone, it's like you don't look at anybody else a certain way.
what do you think we are, bro?
No, like honest. No.
You've
like-
been in a relationship before.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
And you just didn't think anybody else in the world was
Guys.
attractive all of a sudden?
Guys, listen, yeah? I liked her, yeah?
But you didn't love her.
No, listen. I didn't love her, but I liked her, yeah? No, listen, listen.
whoever this is.
No, listen. Listen, I liked her, but I didn't love her, yeah? But me liking her was enough for me to take
Of
interest
course,
in like,
of
bro.
course, of
you
course, of
understand?
course.
The
No,
hottest
no.
girl hit me up, and I wouldn't even look at her, bro, because my heart lies somewhere else. Bro.
I know.
That's what
I
I'm
know.
saying.
But what I'm saying...
Kitty.
Hey, nah, I ain't.
Well, all right, I agree. If the majority of people that cheat, if it's like within the first year of your relationship or first few years or you're young or something, like chances are you're just in a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship, right? Like,
Alright,
yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that. You probably don't love the person. But then, like, you got to think, like, let's say there's somebody who's, and I'm not saying cheating's okay at all. It's a trash move. Whoever does it, it's always
Yeah,
trash.
facts.
But it's because it's destructive.
Uh-huh.
But like let's say you're 45, busy lifestyle. Your partner has a busy lifestyle as well. Kids, you just never get to spend time together. All this kind of stuff, and you always see this scenario, right, where it's like, oh, there's somebody at work and they spend time with you and they giggle
Yeah.
with you and all that kind of stuff. And what they're actually doing, right, is they are being who your partner was at the start. right? So it's like the same little things you did that made your partner laugh is making them laugh and all this stuff. So probably it's reminding you of how they were, and now suddenly feelings out of nowhere, because everyone thinks like, you know, like that it's wrong. Everyone knows that it's wrong. And that's why when people go, what was that person thinking when he cheated? They weren't thinking, right? It was just a dumbass decision. I'm not saying it's okay at all, but what I'm saying is I don't think that person doesn't love who they're married to. Right? I think they just made a really dumb decision that's going to hurt the person that they're married to. But I think it shows you that they love the person that they're married to when they after they've done it, always, right? When people come to their senses and they're like, I've really hurt this person. Yeah. And they're sad about it. Yeah. Most people are quite sad about it because it's like, I've just possibly messed up our relationship and this person and their trust and everything. It's like that shows that they still do love that person. Just don't cheat, man. What the heck?
Honestly, it's very easy to.
Unhappy,
I mean,
it's very easy to cheat on someone. Nah, guys, don't let me just
it is,
carry on with the convo with me. Don't look at me
for non-black men.
Carlos
looking at me like, what are you saying?
Hey, mute that Max for a second. Let me have a talk with you. What are you saying, fam?
In the current generation, it is even easier.
It's
as well.
easy to cheat
because it's just one little message that starts a whole conversation.
All you gotta send is that Steph Curry thing. Hey, that's it. No, wait. Yo, come on, guys. Don't look at me like that, bro.
I've never done that.
I've never done it either. I'm just saying, like, it's literally so easy to these
Marwa's
days.
price just went up.
Oh, gosh.
It is though, man. But obviously, it's still not
I mean,
right.
like, it's easy to cheat. But minimize your chances of cheating. You know what I mean?
What are these guys looking at? What are they looking at? Carlos is laughing.
But I love this guy, bro. Show me memes and that.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
Like, look, yes, you're right. Easy to cheat, but then that's why don't put yourself in a position where.
Yes.
So, example,
guard your heart.
I was talking to my friend about this here. Okay, maybe. Anyways.
No way this guy was going to Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I almost said the name in that. But we're talking about cheating as well, yeah? And then it's like, if you're in a relationship, and let's say Daniel is in a relationship, yeah? No, let's say you're single, yeah?
Yeah.
And then after that, we get invited to a hotel. Our girls invited us to like hotel party and that, yeah? It's just full of females and few guys, yeah? Like, we invite Daniel, hey, Daniel, come with us.
Yeah.
Right? You coming is you putting yourself in a position where you can cheat.
Yeah.
You feel what I mean? So it's like, as a man, female as well, you have to be open to be like, okay, if I go to this, am I exposed to something that will allow me to do something that
I'm gonna
regret and be unfaithful to my partner.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are sometimes being careless, and sometimes their intention is not to cheat. Right?
Yeah, I think that's the other thing. It's like some people want to be in a relationship, but they also want to be single. Right? And it's like, oh, I want to hang out with the boys. I want to do the stuff that the boys do. So, well, you don't get to do that anymore because you're in a relationship.
Damn.
No, honestly, you can't.
What does hanging out with the boys entail, though?
No, as in, if it's going to hang out with the boys to be around girls.
Yeah. And, if that's the sole motive of why the guys
because sometimes that's what they're going to do. And it's like, all right, whatever. You're trying to prowl.
Yeah, because sometimes you know that if you do go out with the boys, the boys are not going out to interact with each other.
That's true.
They're going out to interact with other females, right?
Yeah.
And if you go and everybody interacting with someone else and you sitting there, bro, someone's coming to you or you going to someone, you know? Because there's always going to be one friend over there that looking at you. And then you think it's going to be like a harmless conversation, you know? And then it might turn into something else.
You know what? My girl is kind of trash.
You know?
What?
Cuz. No.
There's something wrong with this guy.
This how it goes down, yeah? You got to talk to you, bro. You're laughing and so on, yeah? And then she's like, do you have a girlfriend? And you know what the answer is?
You have that hesitation.
No, cuz. It's complicated. No, it's not. You were just talking to her, bro. You feel what I mean? And then, she'll be like, oh, okay, that shows that you're open to things. You're not saying yes with confidence.
Are we going to start this episode talking about like marriage and all that? No, ending on the note of cheating and stuff.
Cheating is honestly like one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah.
It's like you break someone,
bad.
you break their trust.
Nah, walk it off, buddy.
Nah. What? It's heartbreaking. It's honestly heartbreaking.
Okay, how do we feel about men cheating versus women cheating? Have I had this discussion before?
No, we
I
haven't.
don't think so.
That's easy.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Honestly,
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
honestly, it is not the same thing.
Same thing.
You guys, you females think it's the same thing, but it's not.
It's the same thing.
Okay, tell me what's the same thing. Y'all,
We're cheating. We're doing the same thing. I'm
Okay, no,
interacting
no.
with someone.
No, no.
Are we
Okay,
cheating
wait,
now?
hold on. You get cheated on in a relationship,
Yeah.
right? What's your first thought?
About
The girl.
like
she likes him.
They done like that's it. Yes.
Wait.
She likes him.
The
yeah,
first thing would
yeah.
be like,
wait, obviously, yeah.
No,
for a-
Or
yeah,
he
yeah.
must like her.
Nah, you
She's
don't
pretty.
even
Like
go down
what?
that line
what did
yet.
you say?
She's pretty. She
She's-
must be pretty. She must be prettier than me or something.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
what's the first thought that you would have if a
Yo,
girl
what the
cheated?
heck? She stepped out on me, dog. Like, what's she up to? Like, my girl. What's this?
Nah, trust.
She's in love with
Yeah.
someone else.
Yeah.
Like, what's going
Yeah,
on, bro?
yeah.
Like,
So what we're saying is that
It's equally
I'm-
trash.
I'm not
equally
gonna,
trash.
equal trash, but I'm not gonna say for all females because
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
some
Yeah,
females
yeah,
just
yeah.
do it
Nah,
for the sake,
I'm
cheat for the
saying-
sake of pleasure, but some females cheat. Oh, you gotta say something?
No.
Then try
he
to-
was just shook.
but some females cheat in terms of it's emotional cheating,
Emotional.
right? It's like there's an attachment, right? It's the same thing as like females don't go out smashing other people, right? But guys do. You dig what I'm saying? So then now it comes to like if in a relationship, yeah, when you cheat, it's like you felt a way towards this person, right? But if I cheat, it's like it is most likely because I just did it for the sake of pleasure. I don't. Sometimes,
Girls
sometimes you can look
That's
at,
what I'm trying to say. It's equally trash,
it's
but
equal
I would
trash,
say
but
that
the reason is it might be a little bit different. Because, bro,
because
the girl,
like
yeah,
I would
the
feel
girl.
like that I've lost this girl. Like, I've lost like emotionally. I've lost her.
Yep, 100%.
But the
it's
guy
so bad that it's that.
probably
though.
again
I
these
would
are just
think
blanket
that.
statements,
Yeah,
but it's like
Yeah.
probably you haven't lost him. He just is an idiot and was attracted to something physical.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like a relationship is easier to like
Ooh,
restore
spicy,
if
spicy,
The guy cheats.
spicy.
because I think men are also more fragile when it comes to that issue, right? And it's like, how could you do that to me? How could you ever do that to me, right? And it's like, of course, like fair enough, whoever feels that way, but it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know.
Most times,
Yeah,
women
obviously,
can brave
again,
it up,
cheating,
yeah.
trash,
Still trash.
just
Yeah,
trash,
yeah.
always trash, always
Yeah.
gonna be trash, always was trash.
Nah, always trash. It's just the reasons for do it is different.
It's different,
Because,
yeah.
bro, I could cheat on you, yeah, and then after you could look at the girl that I
Stop
cheated on you
using
with,
yourself
yeah?
in these situations.
Yeah, listen, yeah.
Black
The
men
girl
don't
that I cheated with on you, yeah. You could look at her like, bro, this girl's trash. What are you doing, man? You feel that just shows that, like, bro, I don't even find her pretty.
Yeah.
You know, you're prettier, so it's like, why would I even bother with that? It just means that I wanted something, and that person was there. So I just went for it.
Guys are dumb.
You feel so it's like
Stupid.
it was the same.
Stupid. I mean, not us, because black men don't
And
cheat.
bro,
but-
and that's why we run like we're crying. It's like, yo, we messed up,
Yeah.
bro. I don't see females doing that now.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like if you take me back, then you take me back. But if you don't,
I'm good.
my heart was going for someone else, innit?
Yeah,
You feel what I mean?
that's crazy.
But of course,
but
this
then
is not all
like
girls.
usually
though.
when
Not all girls.
females cheat, it's because like they drop signs. I'm not gonna say we because I don't. Black girls don't cheat, and that's
Wait,
facts.
hold on. Sorry, that's not.
actually
Sorry, what?
facts.
That's not
That's
what the.
If you can name me at least 2 people,
Do I
Yeah.
have to say right
I
now?
will do
No,
that.
not
I will
now.
give you the names right now.
no.
I was ready to expose.
I'm sure you guys
So
would
about to
have
get
to.
Tekashi
You
on there
guys
now.
would have to think very, very hard
Like,
about it.
trust. I got the names in my head
But
right now.
it's
I can write them down right now.
It's usually like after a long, long time. Like she'll
Because
the
she's,
relationship.
she's fallen out of love with the guy.
Damn.
So she's
I don't
fallen
believe-
in love
But
with someone else.
but then it's
so
the
my
guy's
point was
fault.
correct.
No.
I'm
No.
genius.
No, I don't believe you can fall out of love though, and fall in love with someone else. That just shows that the connection that you have with the person you're with now is not really a connection. The person that you're talking to after, that's a real connection.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
you're saying
love,
there's only one person.
love
that
in
you can,
general is a decision. It's not a feeling, right? I mean, like for God
Yeah.
so loved the world that He did something about
Someone
it.
told me love is not love because it's love despite. As in, like you decide to love
Yeah.
this person
Despite
despite this, that. So
Where
it's
did
a
I hear that
decision.
as well?
I can't remember,
It's
but
very
yeah, we heard some. But it's like, yeah, love is not because of this. It's not
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're beautiful, because you're amazing to me. I love you despite all of the things that are incorrect. Like I decide to choose to love you, kind of
Yeah.
thing. So it's a difference out here, man. So
you know what I do like about where hip hop is at the moment is how many of these young guys are actually like loving being married.
yeah,
I
man.
Like,
feel that.
which is very countercultural as well. Like Chance the Rapper,
Yeah.
Kanye West, Rich the Kid. I don't know if they're married, but it's like very
I love my
wifey.
girl, wifey
Yeah.
kind of vibe. Yeah,
like a lot of rappers are like that now. I like it.
bro. The rocks are crying out, man. Okay, that didn't really match up, but you know what I'm trying to say, bro. You know what I'm
Hey,
trying to say.
bro,
The
please.
world is starting to come.
That's crickets for you, bro.
No, shut up, bro. All I'm trying to say is the world is slowly starting to uphold some of the values that really have meaning and weight, man. Like
Sort of. Some
at the
places.
same time,
At the same-
we are also having the
Yeesh.
crazy values being upheld. too.
Wow.
But it's like if one side gets stronger, the other side also gets stronger as well. So
Inshallah.
yeah, baby. Is that us?
Just real quick.
Oh, please don't give
Bro,
us.
shut up, yeah?
Carlos.
Shout fam.
What do you say?
I said real quick, yeah?
Let's have it.
That's so ugly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Excuse my laugh. Okay, since we're on this topic of relationship and that, innit?
You love it.
No.
love the relationship.
Bro, as if you can
Bro,
clearly,
be quiet,
Just
cuz.
date
Fam,
someone.
fam,
You can clearly see we're not
fam,
about it, bro.
Fam, be quiet, innit? Yeah?
Uh-huh.
So, last week we spoke about improving your relationship with God.
Oh, man.
Yeah? So now on this topic, I was going to talk about improving your relationship with friends.
Yeah.
But on this topic, so we'll push friends to next week.
Okay. Oh, he already saying we're gonna have it next week as well.
Wow, you saying not?
I don't know. Might turn your
Nah,
mic
guys, let's put some respect on his segment, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey
Come
guys,
on.
like,
Soz.
That's why I
yeah.
put it at the end when everyone's
no, shut up. Your segment is trash.
up. Oh, you haven't even done yours in a bit, bro. Yeah, but
We do.
Yeah,
on
trust.
mine.
I don't think people enjoyed it anyways.
whoa,
Nah, Carlos is hurt.
he's hurt. He's lashing out, bro. He's lashing out.
Hey,
Ah, yeah, go.
I'm coming for all
Hurry
of
up,
you.
hurry up.
This
You
is,
have
this is
2
what it's
minutes.
like about a segment. Imagine someone actually cheated on it.
Guys, let me finish my
Bro,
segment.
you actually have 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah, be quiet.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. So,
Mao, didn't you have something to say there, real quick?
Yeah, I did.
hey, anyways, yeah.
All right.
So, tips on improving your relationship.
Sorry.
Tips
Ignore
on
them.
improving your relationship.
Yeah. With who?
We are. This is partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about cheating and that. So, it's like, okay, cool.
How do you not cheat?
What? Be quiet, bro. What? So yeah, we talk about cheating and that's like okay, that's the negative stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like, what is the good stuff? What can you do to spice your relationship and to make
Spicy.
sure?
Mm.
Can you not interrupt me?
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
It's ad libs.
No.
Migos.
Shush. I don't need it.
Don't need it.
Mama. I don't need it. Hey, mute your mics.
You might.
Yeah. Hey, anyways, yeah. So it's like
Carlos, bro.
oh, is that your mute? Nah, I was joking, bro.
Everyone's mind is mute except yours, bro. Go
Nah,
talk.
I was joking, bro. Yeah. Hey, anyways, yeah. So we spoke about all this negative stuff. I was like, all right, cool. Let's talk about things that can help you guys and so on. So you guys are in relationships here. I think you guys can jump in and offer your opinions in it. You
But how are you gonna do this with your segment every week? You pose the
Yeah,
question
and
and
then chuck it away.
You guys take it away.
You're meant to educate, bro.
It is a collaborative thing, you know. We collaborate.
Or
You know?
you give us one way first.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys another way. Bro, it's like the same thing I've been saying all the time, right? You have to find ways in terms of like, you have to find ways of how you can learn from each other.
All right, now whatever that, give us something new, please.
People don't know that.
No, give us something new.
People don't know that.
All right, carry on.
Okay, find a big one, a beautiful one.
Communication.
No,
No?
I was thinking a little bit outside the box.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I was thinking more of like traveling.
Okay, nah, lame. Let's hear something.
Lame,
else.
bro. People don't actually do it, bro.
Just let him
Yeah.
finish.
You would actually be surprised, yeah.
Yeah.
I literally think
Traveling's nice.
Yeah.
I think travel's real
And
nice.
you even have to think big sometimes. There's some real nice places
Look, yeah,
in this
Traveling, but at the same time, it's like do something different.
area.
Something that you guys don't usually do. You know, I've seen like couples always do the same thing over and over and over, and I'm just like, and sometimes like I even ask them, I was like, have you guys thought of doing this instead? And then it's like when I bring it up, it's like they get surprised. I'm like, why are you surprised? This is all out there, and like doing this stuff is like you see a different side.
Yeah.
To your
I
partner
can
as well,
give
right?
something, actually.
So it's like when you guys go because you guys went on some adventurous stuff, right? It's like you get to see this adventurous side of your partner, but if it's like you guys are going out to eat every time, it's like you guys are not getting the full experience of who this person is. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same as like when you go out and you book an apartment and you guys go traveling and explore, and then you guys come back to the apartment and so on. It's like you are seeing a different side of this person. And I think that's what it is. You need to always see different side of that person because you are constantly learning from that person. But if me and you are doing the same thing over and over and over again, I'm not seeing anything new, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not learning.
Can I say something?
Can I have my time back?
Put them in a different environment.
Can I say
and,
something?
You know, see how
I like different environment. Yeah.
All right. So some like things that we do or like that I found pretty like all
Wait,
right.
did Carlos ask for this?
Yeah.
This
I don't know if I should ask for it, bro.
No, this is part of the
No.
Collaborative.
Yeah, collaboration, collaborative.
No more collaboration.
Are we done? You don't want to hear?
I'll find out one here.
Yeah, shut up. So we have like a couple different group chats actually. Well, I mean, it's
That's
not group
crazy.
chat. It's just me and Mal. Like we have a lot of different chats where one is like we chuck all this random ideas of places we want to go and see into, chuck random ideas of like future house and stuff like that. Random ideas for like wedding and stuff like that, even kids and stuff. All these separate chats for like these different things, yeah. And just chuck all these random stuff in there. And the trip one especially, like there's mad things on there like we haven't even ticked off at all yet. And it's like seeing that as a reminder of like there's still so much out there that you can do.
There's still a lot out
So it's
there.
like if you start actually trying to tick off some of these things that you guys just randomly see, like if you see something on IG, send it into the chat or whatever, like, hey, we need to do this, we should suss this out. And it's like that's a reminder to now actually go and try. Like there's some lit stuff in here like camping, movie marathon night, winery tasting,
You guys want to go on a double date?
do
someone's
it.
gonna fight. Yeah, say less.
That
Right.
happened once.
But
Did I tell you?
yeah, you did.
Oh. I actually want to go on a double date.
Oh man.
Same.
Huh?
I want to go on a double date.
Let's
Or we
do
can
it.
do triple.
Let's set it up. Let's set it up.
Carlos?
Trevor?
Carlos?
Nah, trust.
Carlos, just bring one of them.
Choose one of your girlfriends. Finally, bro. Just come on. Damn.
Y'all gonna get him in trouble.
Hey guys, what you gotta say, bro?
I'm gonna send this specific part to her.
But yeah,
To
carry on.
them. Yeah, no, that's it.
Yep. So go, Carlos, with your segment. So yeah.
I like that. I like that idea, bro. I
Yeah.
think you guys killed that.
All right, that's it.
Was that answer?
So other ways to improve a relationship.
I had one in mind. Damn, don't tell me you just left my mind, bro. Oh, I think this one is a cool one. It's really simple. Take interest in what they do.
Ooh,
Ooh, I like that
that's
one.
very big.
Yeah, I think a lot of people is like, good luck. And then they just, no, like, I'm not even lying when I say this, bro. It's like, okay, babe, I got a soccer game. All right, good luck. Hope you kill it. Boom. And leaves it there, And it's even like, we won. It's like, okay, good job. Anyways, you feel it's like,
Nah, that's big.
that is real big, Because, bro, I've seen both sides where it's like I've seen my friend's girl go to his soccer games, his ball games and everything. And I'm like, yo, that's real supportive. You feel it's like you don't like the sport, but you're willing to go and support that person.
Like, why not? This is
Yeah.
something that's important.
That's
to them.
exactly right. But at the same time, I've seen people that don't take the initiative and don't put in the effort to take interest and also go check out this person's games. You know what I mean? So it's like, learn to take interest in what it is that they like. Because when you take interest in what they like, you can teach them how to be better.
What if they like stupid stuff like The Bachelor?
No,
Watch it
like,
with them.
Yeah, like that was me with my own love
okay,
and
yeah,
hip hop, bro.
maybe like there's
Love and
shows,
hip
but
hop is good.
I'm talking more in terms of like hobbies and stuff that you like to do out there, if that makes sense. You feel?
Yeah.
So it's like I said, if I like playing soccer, it's like
Daniel doesn't play any sport.
Okay, what
It's
the
not
heck?
like I can even.
Yeah,
like,
but I
go
have
and
so
watch
many creative
anything.
interests and stuff,
Yeah.
though, isn't it? Man's likes to write, man's edits videos and stuff.
hey,
Like, come on now.
Because listen, yeah, we
Come
might
on
be,
now.
we might be.
Don't you
too-
sometimes wish you could? No, I'm not gonna say this.
Say it.
No, no,
You
no.
have
to say it.
I
Now I
can't
gotta
say
hear
it.
it.
Nah, you have to
Put it
say
out
it.
there, say
You
it.
have to.
I actually can't.
Say
It's the
it.
discussion podcast.
No, I can't.
Say it.
I can't. Okay, continue, Carlos. Go.
man, that was so
Real
key.
quick then, all right, speaking on this as well, when it comes to taking interest, it's like being inquisitive about your partner's life as well. Even if it's not something that's an interest, like if they, are studying and stuff. Oh, what are you guys learning about currently? Like, what's up? What's
100%.
Can I help in any way? It's
Yeah.
like actually do that. Like, oh yeah, because I do this all the time. You don't even
I do it to you as well. Or when you. were
because
studying.
I'm the one that
When you
Just
were
doing it.
says this is what's happening.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
studying. It's different.
You have to.
Are you very talkative, Daniel?
I'm not very talkative.
Is Marwa talkative?
I am talkative. It's just with my school, I've always been like, I don't just put the information out there. If you want to know, ask. Whereas he was always like, oh yeah, I got this, da da da. And I would ask as well. I always ask you, like, what's going on? You know, what do you have this week and stuff. But for me, it's like, if you want to know, just ask.
And I do. But I reckon, like, it's like when it comes to relationship and stuff, it's like you have to unlearn, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta
mean,
It's not bad though.
You gotta change it
It's
up.
not bad. It's just uni.
Yeah, but
But
important.
Let's wrap it up.
It's a big area. Because I was gonna say, yeah.
See what
like-
Carlos does.
Because we still didn't get to the core of this, innit?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah? We're two different people. We like different things. If you don't take interest in what it is that I'm doing, it's like, it does not make sense, if that makes sense. You feel what I mean?
In a relationship.
I like this, I like this, I like that. You don't like any of it, right? It's like we'll talk about it's like we're not interested in each other's lives. You're not interested in what is a priority to me.
Sorry,
And
I'm
that's
getting- I'm
a
getting
wrap.
stabbed in by a
That
pen
is a
right
wrap.
now. Marwa, thanks for that. Hey, man.
Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us for episode 15.
Is it even 15?
Yeah, we're up to 15.
Are you
That's
sure?
crazy.
15
Don't choke.
Yeah,
I
no.
think it is. It is. Yeah, it
Insane.
is.
14's coming out tomorrow.
13, 14.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
it is 15.
Oh
Wow,
my
look at us.
Goshness.
Look at us. Look at God.
Thanks
Alright.
for tuning in,
Yeah.
guys.
God.
Appreciate it
guys.
heaps.
Take
Yeah.
care. Have a disruptive week.
Yeah, is that us?
That's us.
Is that what we're gonna start saying for now?
I mean, blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, disruptive could mean blessed. Whatever. We out. Bye.
Bye.